Apparently, we have a lot of time on our hands right now because
What do you mean?
more than 20 million people in the United States do the practice of yoga.
Now, the Zen trend is being done more and more by children, leading some to ask what's happened to team building and competition, softball and dodgeball.
Joining us is the author of Your Kids Are Your Own Fault, Larry Winget. Hey, Larry.
Hey, good morning.
Do you object to yoga?
No, not at all. I think yoga is amazing. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to say that because I don't want all those yoga Nazis coming after me on this thing.
But
Listen, I think it's a great supplement to a real sport, but it's certainly not a sport.
well, what do you mean? There's no competition with he's flexible, give him the gold.
You know, I don't think downward facing dog is ever going to replace you're out or touchdown or any of those things.
You know, it's interesting, Larry, I was reading an ABC News report and it said that yoga is said to be the fastest growing sport in America. It's not a sport. It's stretching, it's meditation, it's a discipline,
Balance.
but it's not a sport.
Listen, if nobody's keeping score, it ain't a sport. That's how you can tell. You got to keep score. Listen, and the problem is it's all by yourself. It's singular. It's not interactive. Sports are interactive. They teach you to socialize with others, to work as a team. They teach you to get knocked down and then get back up. You don't get that unless you slip on your mat in yoga, and that's not going to teach you anything.
Now, Larry, on the flip side, I'm sure you've heard the stories of parents going ballistic on the sidelines of soccer fields or the hockey rink. Don't people need a little more zen in their lives?
You know, that's just stupid parents. That has nothing to do with the fact that the kids need to be out there learning all these valuable life lessons. Sports teach us life lessons, and we've got to get those early in life. They do teach us how to win with humility and lose with dignity,
Right.
especially losing. And sports teaches winning and losing, and life is about winning and losing. It's competitive.
Right.
And we need to teach those things at a very young age with a real sport. And a sport usually involves a ball of some type.
All right, fine, which leads us to rhythmic gymnastics, which also has a ribbon. I'm going to give you some pushback. Liz Eustace, yes, that one. The CEO of
Align, yo.
online yoga community quotes this. The thing about the thing that benefit an adult will also benefit a child. Stress reduction, a mind-body connection, physical strength. These are the things that benefit kids as well as adults. Take that, Larry.
I don't have a problem with any of that. I just don't think it replaces a sport. I think it's a supplemental exercise program, but it does not replace a real sport.
Now, let's just talk about the overarching question. You believe this is a trend in America. It's not just about yoga. You see a trend that's disturbing.
I do. I think it's a trend that is the wussification of America. Luckily, I've got a new book coming out this fall called Grow a Pair that deals with that very thing, that we need to toughen up and stand up for ourselves and learn to be a lot tougher than yoga is going to teach us to do all by ourselves. I can guarantee you that.
Right.
But
So,
go ahead.
what are you saying? This yoga is okay for stress reduction, whether you're small or large. It's good for stress reduction. We're all stressed out too much. But when it comes to sports, if you want to have a sport, I've heard you say this twice, you need to have a ball.
I think it helps to have a ball. I think you have to keep score. I think you have to play with others, to interact with others. That's a sport. Otherwise, this is just an exercise.
All right.
It's a good exercise, and it's wonderful for you, but it doesn't replace a sport. And if you cheat your kids from being involved in a sport, you're going to cheat them from learning valuable life lessons.
Even if they get cut, they're not the stars, they're not the starters.
You know, that's the best lesson of all, isn't it? How many times did you not get the job or get cut or lose at something? That's where you learn the most. Give your child that opportunity.
How about
Got
this,
it.
Larry? How about full contact yoga?
I'm all for it. You put it on and I'll be there to watch it.
If we can get
We'll
them to
keep
wear
score.
eye black, someone will tackle them.
Larry Winget, the book is Your Kids Are Your Own Fault. Thank you for your